Good morning, brothers and sisters in Christ. A woman of low esteem. That is an understatement when describing the situation Mary finds herself in. A teenager, pregnant, unmarried, one to be judged and rejected, shunned and ridiculed, a sinner meant to become an outcast, one to be seen as one of those people because of the reality in her life. Yes, like women found in this situation in our day, Mary is truly thought of as one of low esteem because of the situation she finds herself in. And yet Mary chooses to see her situation differently, especially after the affirmation she receives from her cousin Elizabeth. Elizabeth's confirmation validates everything Mary understood about the angel's declaration. No, she was not meant to consider herself as a woman of low esteem, but as one blessed by God because of God's special choosing of her. So instead of dwelling on the uncertainty of her future, instead of worrying about how people will reject and ridicule her because of her perceived sin, Mary chooses to rejoice in who God is and all God has done for God's people throughout the ages. Mary celebrates God's mercy throughout the generations, believing God's mercy will be upon her in this situation that confronts her. Mary celebrates how God exalts the humble like her, and how God brings down the princes and the proud, like those who will judge and ridicule her. Mary celebrates how God has fed the hungry and filled the poor with good things, like God will do for her in the challenging days that face her. Mary celebrates God's faithfulness to Israel throughout the ages, believing that God will be faithful to fulfill God's promises to Mary and be faithful to Mary, no matter the hardships that lie ahead. And because of who God is, Mary celebrates that in God's eyes and in God's will, Mary is not a woman of low esteem. No, she is one who is called blessed. Yes, because God has chosen her for a special purpose, just as God did Israel. And because God saw her in her lowly estate and chose to love her, because God is a God of mercy, grace, and love. Yes, Mary is called blessed because God called her so. Therefore, sisters and brothers, know that whatever challenges you are facing today that may prompt you to think you are of low esteem, be they spiritual, relational, physical, mental, emotional, know you are blessed as well, for God has regarded you, has taken notice of you in your low esteem, and has promised to be faithful and merciful to you, because God has chosen to call you blessed.